Hey there, welcome back. Today we're tackling something that's been on a lot of people's minds. Is Donald Trump really cutting Social Security? This is an issue that affects millions of Americans, whether you're currently receiving benefits, planning for retirement, or just thinking about your future financial security. It's a topic that's loaded with strong opinions, but let's break it down calmly, clearly, and factually. Stick with me because what we'll cover might not only surprise you but also help you understand what's at stake and what you can do to prepare. First, let's address Trump's public stance. During his campaign, Trump repeatedly promised not to touch Social Security benefits. And he's not alone in making that promise. It's a common stance in American politics. Why? Because Social Security is a lifeline for over 67 million people, and tampering with it is politically risky. But promises are one thing, and actions are another. So the question is, are there ways to indirectly cut Social Security without openly saying so? The answer, unfortunately, is yes. Let's start with one of the most talked about proposals, eliminating the federal income tax on Social Security benefits. At first glance, this sounds fantastic, right? Who doesn't like lower taxes? For many retirees, this could mean up to $4,200 more in their pockets each year. But here's the catch, those taxes don't just disappear. They currently feed back into the Social Security and Medicare systems, providing billions in revenue. Eliminating them could accelerate the depletion of Social Security's trust funds, pushing them closer to exhaustion by as early as 2031. If Congress doesn't act, that could lead to a 33% cut in benefits. Now, let's talk about raising the retirement age. Some Republican proposals suggest increasing it from 67 to 69. On paper, it sounds like a reasonable adjustment to account for longer life expectancies. But here's the reality, it's effectively a benefit cut. Low-income workers and Black Americans, who statistically have shorter life expectancies, would feel this impact the most. You see, these groups may not live long enough to collect as much from the system as higher-income individuals. And then there's the issue of disability benefits. During Trump's first term, his administration targeted Social Security's disability insurance program, proposing cuts of $70 billion over a decade. Critics argue that this perpetuates harmful stereotypes about disability recipients being unworthy or fraudulent. But here's the truth, the error rate for overpayments and underpayments in disability benefits is less than 1%. On top of that, applying for disability benefits is no walk in the park. The process is lengthy and rigorous, with only about 40% of applicants ultimately being approved. Another angle to consider is administrative funding. Social Security is serving more people than ever before, but staffing levels are at a 50-year low. This has led to massive backlogs, with some disability applicants waiting over a year for a decision. Tragically, in 2023 alone, an estimated 30,000 applicants died while waiting. Underfunding the program's administration might not sound like a direct cut, but it undermines the system's ability to serve the public effectively, eroding confidence in its stability. And let's not forget the economic policies that could indirectly affect Social Security. For instance, Trump has proposed mass deportations of undocumented immigrants who currently contribute billions to Social Security through payroll taxes without ever claiming benefits. Removing these workers from the system could cost Social Security hundreds of billions over the next decade. Additionally, the economic fallout from labor shortages in industries like agriculture and construction could ripple through local economies, further reducing contributions to Social Security. So, what does this all mean for you? First, it's important to stay informed. Understanding the nuances of these policies can help you make better decisions about your financial planning. For example, if the retirement age increases, you might need to adjust your savings goals to cover the gap. And if Social Security benefits are at risk of being reduced, diversifying your retirement income sources becomes even more crucial. Another thing you can do is advocate for the system's preservation. Whether it's through voting, contacting your representatives, or joining advocacy groups, your voice matters. Social Security isn't just a financial program, it's a promise that millions of Americans rely on, and protecting it should be a collective priority. Now, I know this can all feel overwhelming, but here's the bottom line. While Trump has pledged not to cut Social Security, the policies and proposals surrounding his administration tell a more complicated story. The future of Social Security may depend on how these policies unfold and whether Congress takes action to shore up the program's finances. So, what can you do today? Start by reviewing your own retirement plan. Are you saving enough? Do you have other income streams to supplement Social Security? And if not, what steps can you take to get there? Small adjustments now can make a big difference down the road. Also, stay engaged with what's happening in Washington. Changes to Social Security might not make headlines every day, but they can have a huge impact on your financial future. By staying informed and proactive, you can protect yourself and your loved ones, no matter what happens. Thanks for sticking with me through this important conversation. If you have questions or thoughts, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how this issue affects you personally or what strategies you're using to prepare for the future. Let's keep this dialogue going because the more we share, the stronger we are as a community. Take care, and I'll see you next time.